The world-honored one, accompanied by the three Kasyapas and 1,000 disciples, entered Rajagaha. They stopped at the Supatitha shrine, which was located in a bamboo grove on the outskirts of Rajagaha. Their presence was relayed to Rajagaha. The people praised the world-honored one, saying,
"The Buddha is a man worthy of receiving the offerings of the world. He is a man of true enlightenment. He is a teacher to all worlds. He is a paragon for human beings and celestial beings. Having attained enlightenment himself, he expounds in all worlds the Dharma that is perfectly endowed with both letter and meaning."
The king of Magadha, Bimbisara, surrounded by a large retinue, went to the world-honored one, bowed to him, and sat to one side. The other people also took their seats. Now many of the people of the country of Magadha doubted that Kassapa of Uruvala, who was considered the wise man of his time, had become a disciple of the world-honored one. Whether Gautama was to practice under the guidance of Kassapa of Uruvala or whether Kassapa of Uruvala was to practice under the guidance of Gautama was not clear. The world-honored one perceived this at once and glanced backward at Kassapa of Uruvala. Kassapa perceived his intention and said so that everyone could hear.
World-honored one, before, in the forest of Uruvala, I worshipped fire and became emaciated from ascetic practices. But now because of the teaching of the world-honored one, I have come to delight in the true way. World-honored one, the world-honored one is my teacher. I am his disciple.
He repeated this twice. For the first time, these words dispelled all doubts. The world-honored one expounded the Dharma earnestly in an orderly manner and caused King Bimbisara and a large number of people to open the eye of the Dharma. King Bimbisara said to the world-honored one,
"World-honored one, once when I was a prince, I had 5 aspirations. I aspired to be crowned as a king. I wished for a Buddha to appear in my country. I aspired to serve that Buddha. I wished to listen to the Dharma from that Buddha, and I aspired to attain enlightenment. Now all of these aspirations have been fulfilled. The world-honored one has expounded the Dharma in various ways. It was like raising someone who had fallen, uncovering something that had been concealed, showing the path to someone who was lost, guiding someone with sight to perceive forms, or holding up a light in darkness. World-honored one, I take refuge in the world-honored one. I take refuge in the Dharma and the Sangha. From now on to the end of my life, I beseech you to accept me as a follower. I ask you, together with your disciples, to visit my palace tomorrow."
And the world-honored one silently agreed to do so. The king was overjoyed and returned to the palace. Preparations for a meal were carried on throughout the night. The next morning, he informed the world-honored one of the time of the meal. The world-honored one put on his robes, took his begging bowl in hand, and, accompanied by over 1,000 disciples, entered Rajagaha. At that time, the ruler of the gods, Indra, assumed the form of a youth, strolled in front of the world-honored one, and sang,
"Leading a retinue of peaceful men, of freed men, the world-honored one now comes to Rajagaha. Leading a retinue of quiescent men, of freed men, the world-honored one comes to Rajagaha."
The people saw him and thought,
"Who is this youth with such a splendid and graceful appearance?"
"The Buddha is wise and pure and without peer. I am a youth who follows him."
The world-honored one entered the palace of King Bimbisara and sat down on the seat that was prepared for him. The king offered him food with his own hands. After he thus served him, he also sat down and thought,
"Where would be the best place for the world-honored one to live? It must be a place neither too far nor too near a village, a place convenient for both coming and going, a place accessible to all, a place that is free of crowds in the afternoon and quiet in the evening, a place that is suitable for contemplation and seclusion. Is there such a place?"
After pondering over this, he realized that the bamboo grove would be ideal. Aspiring to offer this park to the world-honored one, he took up a gold vase, poured water onto the hands of the world-honored one, and said,
"World-honored one, I wish to offer the bamboo grove to the world-honored one."
The world-honored one expounded the Dharma and encouraged the king. After he had returned to the grove, he said to his disciples,
"From now on, receiving an offering of a grove will be allowed."
And a monastery was built there.